Hi, everyone. It is me, Sarah Stoffel, and I am here to present my next webinar to you. This is on the actor's tools, universal expressions, body language, and voice. So the first thing I do in this lesson to get them excited about learning about these things is I show them season 1, episode 1 of the TV show at the very beginning, Lie to Me. And if you haven't seen the show, it is about a detective who is hired to go into prisons and interview um, inmates, but he is a body language and expressions analyst. So he goes in just to observe if they're lying, if they're telling the truth based on their facial expressions, their body movements, and their micro expressions. So if it's micro expression is if something happens really quickly, a a little smirk, a raise of the eyebrows. So it makes a huge difference, especially with acting for film, micro expressions, because the camera will pick all of those up. So I highly suggest, if you want to do this unit, that you start off by watching this beginning clip. Okay, I do have a student copy, a student handbook that they follow along with me, and that they can record all their answers in. And this is the PowerPoint that I show them as I'm presenting. So this is the teacher version, but there is a student version where they will be able to answer questions and follow different links. So again, universal emotions, sadness, and we talk about what happens to your face when you are sad. And obviously the inner corners of the eyebrows pull up and together, upper eyelids droop and eyes looking down, and lips corners pulled down. Anger. What does your facial expressions look like when you're angry? Okay, so this would be the student handbook for these emotions. And so as you can see, I've done all of the facial expressions here. So what I do is I show them those charts, and like I just showed you, sadness and anger. And this is a great website as well that they can that they also should read. And so what we do is, once we look at both of the facial expressions, like I just showed you with sadness and anger, I have them go to their student workbook and they follow this link. And this is pauleckman.com, and it's the Paul Ekman Group. And a lot of businesses use this as well in order to train their employees. So we talk about the different levels of sadness, and I won't go over each one of them due to time, but as you can see, they are up here, and each one has their own tab. So we talk about the different levels of each emotion, like you're disappointed that you didn't get McDonald's for dinner. That is disappointment. That is not anguish. So this is the sad family. And so we talk about being really specific on the level of sadness that you are. Do you feel misery? Do you feel hopelessness, despair? Or are you just kind of disappointed? And we talk about each one of them and what would be kind of at that level, and then I give them time to explore each emotion at that level as well. So I can show you as well. So this is the fear tab. And again, the levels are here as well. So this is on every single emotion that you hit. So are you feeling trepidation? Are you nervous? You're feeling anxiety? Or are you in terror? So, and this will, again, this website will, what makes us fearful, common fear triggers, moods and disorders, and how you recognize fear. And this is the chart that I have on the teacher edition as well. And so they will answer those questions, or they will read that website, that link, and then they will come back over here and they will answer the questions. And so, again, your universal emotions are sadness and anger. And I'll show them all the pictures that go along with it. And then we'll move around the room feeling each level. I find that a lot easier to do with the students, and it gets more, you get specifically what emotion you want more than like we used to do. I know we did in college. Oh, you're feeling angry at a level 10 versus a level 1. I like to use the vocabulary of what are you actually feeling. If it's sad, again, do you feel sorrow, or do you just feel disappointment? What level, what word are you using at that level? So anger, and these are again the questions. We have fear, eyebrows raised and pulled together, raised upper eyelids, tense lower lip, jaw drops, and lips stretched horizontally and backwards. Enjoyment, so the face of happiness. And again, they go and answer the questions in the student handbook. Disgust, surprise, and contempt. And so then what I'll have them do is in their student workbook, they can insert images of what they personally look like when they're sad, just to give them an idea of taking a photo and, oh, okay, I see my eyelids are drooping, I see my mouth is tightening, so that they can get an idea of what they personally look like.